start to think, oh, the how close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness that tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ, and I am back with another live stream. What's good, guys? What's good? All right, guys. I am here to talk about No Filter MMA moving forward into 2021. Listen, guys, I had a great start of the year. Listen, No Filter MMA has had a great start of 2020. You know, my fighters did well the beginning of all of 2020 until the last part of 2020, and we went off tracks. I'm gonna put it like that, guys. We went off tracks, but it's all good. It's all good. No Filter MMA will bounce back. My girl. All right, now I'm gonna talk about what I think each of my fighters need to do, what they need to do to have a successful 2021. Okay, I put a lot of thought into this, but this is what the No Filter MMA fighters of 2021 need to do to get back in the game. This is what needs to happen, guys. And I won't talk about it all. I think I'm missing a picture though. Let me look. Let me let the pictures play through. I think I'm missing one. I am definitely missing one. Let me add one to it. Let me add a picture, guys. I missed one. No, it's not. It hadn't been a rough year, combo. It's been a rough end of the year for No Filter MMA's fighters, man. It's been a rough end to the year. So I forgot to put a picture. There it is. It's been a rough ending to 2020 for No Filter MMA's fighters. So let's talk. First, salute Marcus Bell, salute Combo Breaker 99 in the building. What's up? What's popping? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? What's popping? All right. So what do they need to do in 2021 to be successful? Let's start off with my girl Jillian the Savage Robertson. What does Jillian Robertson need to do to improve herself in 2021 so that she doesn't hit these setbacks? Somebody who's streaky, somebody who streaks like Jillian Robertson does, setbacks are hard for fighters like that. You know, like fighters who put together wins like Montana De La Rosa, and, you know, especially the fighters who get like very little credit for the hard work that they put in. You know, losses are big for them. Losses are not big for fighters like KGB. You know, obviously fighters like Alexis Davis, who still is in the rankings. You know, so fighters like that, you know, they can lose. But fighters like Montana De La Rosa and Jillian Robertson, coming off a tough, and they didn't win, and Nico won, and that whole debacle with Nico Montano, it just sheds a bad light on the girls from the tough house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it really does. I mean, they lose. I mean, Jillian Robertson has scratched and clawed her way into the rankings. And when I say scratch and claw, guys, I mean like Jillian Robertson scratched and clawed her way into those rankings, and she lost one fight, and out of the rankings she go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is, and fighters like KGB can lose fight after fight, and Alexis Davis can just not fight. You know what I'm saying? And, these people hold, their places in the division. So, that with that being aside, let's move forward. Let's move past that, and let's talk about what Jillian Robertson needs to do in 2021. What Jillian Robertson needs to do, I think she needs to do a lot of strength and conditioning work. Like, her conditioning is good, but the strength part of it, like Jillian struggles with girls who are more physical, man. Hold on, guys. Let's look at who Jillian Robertson has lost to. She lost to Maeda Bueno Silva, very physical fighter. You know what I'm saying? She lost to Macy Barber, very, very physical, athletic fighter. And now she's lost to Taylor Santos, very big, strong, and physical fighter. Yeah, Andrea Lee, man, she's on that 3-fight skid, and she's still in the rankings, And I guarantee you, if she had fought Jillian and beat Jillian, she would have been pushed up in the rankings. And that's what would have happened. But Jillian has got to work on the strength, the physical part of it. Like, Jillian is a great fighter. She is. She's just not the best athlete. If you guys understand what I mean, like she's not very athletic, and Taylor Santos exposed a lot of that. Technical and fighter wise, Jillian Robertson is a good fighter. It's just that she is not as athletic as some of the girls that she's going in there and facing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the problem with Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson needs to tune up her hands. She's got to learn that, Jillian Robertson has to develop a plan B. And you know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, everyone always says that. And I understand. Like, I get that her striking is not the best. Like, don't think that I'm saying that Jillian Robertson's striking is fine and that she can get by with, what she does. But if she would have been a little more physical, if she would have had a little more strength, physical body strength, and a solid striking game, you know what I'm saying, then I think that it would have been a little more competitive in the fight with Taylor Santos. I think Taylor Santos just bodied Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? That's really what happened. She just bodied up Jillian Robertson. So I can't say that that Jillian shouldn't have lost that fight, that she was cheated. Right? Yeah, like a decent clinch game. Because as soon as Jillian gets you in the clinch, her goal is to try to drag you to the ground. Like Jillian need to start throwing some elbows in that clinch. She needs to start throwing some knees to the body in that clinch, stomping the toes, stomping the feet, trying to break them bones in the top of the feet. You know what I'm saying? Like Jillian got to be on that type of, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? From here on out, like her jiu-jitsu is good. You know what I'm saying? Her jiu-jitsu is probably still better than a lot of the girls in the division. No, actually, her jiu-jitsu is still better than a lot of the girls in the division. It's just that if Jillian can't muscle you to where she wants you, then she's gonna struggle. She's gonna struggle. That's just how it is for Jillian Robertson. So she's got to tune up those hands, and she's got to get stronger. She's got to put on some muscle. She's got to, be a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like she's got it. She's got the tenacity. She's got the heart. You know what I'm saying? She has it. She has the tenacity and the heart. She needs her body to catch up to her brain. That's what she needs. She needs her body to catch up to her brain. So if Jillian can get strong, I want to see Jillian get strong, man, because she's not a big flyweight. She can sacrifice a little muscle. And Jillian Robertson makes 125 fairly easy. I mean, she walks around barely touching 140. So, barely touching 140 is what Jillian walks around at. So Jillian can afford to put on some body. Fighters like Montana De La Rosa, not so much. Montana has a weight cut, like a real weight cut. But Jillian Robertson, man, like she has to get stronger. She has to be stronger. She has to work on a plan B. There has to be a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be, because when someone, and I always wonder, what is going to happen when somebody puts Jillian Robertson on her back? We haven't solved that. I have to know what is going to happen when somebody does to Jillian Robertson what she does to all the girls that she fights. Because Jillian gets you down and she gets that top control. Once she gets that top control, you just ain't gonna beat up Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Like if she gets on top of you, you know what I'm saying, and then you're in her world. But Jillian Robertson on her back is just not quite as effective. And being on your back, period, you're just not as effective. But, Taylor Santos did a great job of neutralizing Jillian and holding and not allowing Jillian to get in her groove. So that's what I think for Jillian Robertson that she has to improve on. Now, the fight with Ilima-Lei Macfarlane, that fight with Velasquez, she didn't really get dominated like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't get dominated. So, only thing I'll say for Ilima-Lei Macfarlane and what she needs to work on would just be speed and power. Her power, she's got a hard right hand, you know what I'm saying? So, I give her that. But, the footwork and the speed for Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. Of course, a little more technique with her hands, but Ilima-Lei throws. It's not the most technical, but she throws. So I think that like Ilima-Lei Macfarlane just has to work on her speed and her footwork. She work on her speed and her footwork, man. She'll beat somebody like Juliana Velasquez, or and I would also say for Ilima-Lei would be octagon IQ. If her octagon IQ was just a little better. If she would have the game plan that Ilima-Lei had in rounds 4 and 5, if she had came into the fight with that game plan, and if she would have just flipped it, if she would have came into the fight with that game plan of pressing Juliana against the cage, working to take her down, getting the takedown, landing some ground and pound, if she would have done that in the first 3 rounds, and then the last couple of rounds, You know what I'm saying? With that in and out movement that she was doing, throwing body head combinations, in and out, darting in on Juliana Velasquez, I think that then she would have had more success on the feet. I think where she went wrong in that fight was she tried to stand toe to toe with Velasquez as Velasquez was fresh. I wanted to see Elimele kind of stifle and wear her down, and then when hold on. Um, I wanted to see her kind of wear on Juliana Velasquez before she started trying to use her striking. I was hoping and praying that was the game plan that Elimele McFarlane used, but of course it wasn't. It wasn't the game plan that she used, and it cost her. It cost her belt. But let's hope that I'm pretty sure Elimele will go back to the drawing board, figure out what it is she needs to do, and get back in there, and let's make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that out of McFarlane. As I move to Montana De La Rosa, I just think with Montana, man, I just feel like Montana just needs to continue on the trajectory that she's on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, she needs to continue doing what she's doing, as far as, getting different looks, going to different gyms, getting that striking look. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Getting those looks from those striking coaches. That's what Montana needs to continue to do, And Montana's lost to, she's lost to people who are just technical strikers. But I feel like those are the type, when you have a fighter whose deficiency is striking. Now, you guys that are watching, I see it's 5 of y'all in here, to a fighter like Montana De La Rosa, who, tell me if I'm wrong, guys, whose deficiency is striking, to see her go out there and strike, that says a lot in its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yes, she lost, she got outworked, she got outclassed, but Montana De La Rosa, her striking in the fight with Viviane Araújo looked 10 times better than it did in any fight that we've ever seen her in. And her fight, her striking had even made improvements in the Andrea KGB fight. And she said she wasn't even comfortable on her feet in that fight. Like, she wasn't even comfortable fighting KGB on the feet. But she had to, because KGB, like a little monkey, stuffed all the damn takedowns. You know what I'm saying? Got right back up to her feet every time De La Rosa got her down. You know what I'm saying? So for me, what I feel like De La Rosa needs to work on is pressure. Like, Montana needs to come forward and stop letting these girls back her up. Okay, we know Montana is gritty, and we know that she can stand in the pocket and bang with you if that's what she chooses to do. But the thing is, she backs up a lot, and she allows herself to be pressurized. She allows these girls to put pressure on her, and then she finds herself fighting off of her back foot. Use that reach. Use that jab. Use those combinations, De La Rosa. Use it. Use that right hand to back these girls up, and stop allowing herself to be backed up. You know what I'm saying? I think she goes wrong. She went wrong with that in the KGB fight, and she went wrong with that in the Araújo fight. When she's going forward with her striking, she has a whole lot more success on the feet. In the fight with Mara Ramel Barella, Montana De La Rosa was moving forward, throwing strikes, and then that's when she was able to land a shot that was able to drop Mara Ramel Barella. That's what I'm saying. Like, Montana De La Rosa has to move forward. When you somebody like Jillian Robertson, who just doesn't have a lot of power, doesn't have a lot of heat or sting behind her punches, it's going to be hard for someone like that to come forward, to move forward, and to get in boxing range with you and make you respect whatever they're going to throw at you. Like, that's like, Jillian got her work cut out for her, because she's going to have to figure out, she's either going to have to develop some power. I think if Jillian Robertson got a strength and conditioning program, like a real, like, put on some muscle, put on some strength, I think Jillian Robertson, you know what I'm saying, may develop some kind of you know what I'm saying, power. Something. Like some kind of sting to her punches. Like that's what she needs. Montana, on the other hand, she can come forward. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I want to see her have faith in her. Yeah, Montana has a good body size to be good in the clinch. Exactly. Those long legs, those knees can come up high. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana can use. I just want to see her use all of her tools at the same time. Like if Montana, you know what I'm saying? If I don't like Montana. You see glimpses of her striking, but it's always on her back foot. Like she allows fighters to put pressure on her. Montana needs to be the one who earns that respect early on the feet. Like she's got to, if she's gonna stand and bang, as we see now, Montana, she likes to stand and bang. You know what I'm saying? Like her wrestling is there, but she'll stand and trade with you. She's got to make some right out the gate. Like if that's gonna be your game plan, because if you get too deep in the technique, Montana can be outclassed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm aware of all of this. I may not say it all the time, but I'm aware of all of this. If De La Rosa when she gets deep into the striking with people, with technical strikers, then they figure her out. You know what I'm saying? Like it took Viviane Araújo that long to figure out what Montana De La Rosa was doing, which was counterpunching. You know what I'm saying? It took her it took her less than half the round to start feinting on De La Rosa and drawing out the shot from De La Rosa. And then Araújo was the one countering Montana. Just using the feint, you know what I'm saying? And then Montana would react on the feint. And then, boom, Araújo would either punch with the jab or leg kick. She was eating up Montana's leg, you know what I'm saying? So, for me, I just feel like Montana needs to just keep climbing on the trajectory that she's on. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, her working on becoming a mixed martial art, a true bona fide mixed martial artist, I think she's on the road to becoming that. You know what I'm saying? So, just establish that power early, man. Like, show that power early instead of, late into a fight like she did with Mara Romero Barella. You know what I'm saying? Show it early. Start it off fast. Start it off with a hard shot. You know what I'm saying? Let whoever you're fighting know. Boom. For instance, Lipsky versus Antonina Shevchenko. Right out the gate. Them girls right out the gate start landing heat. Like Antonina and Lipsky was landing heat right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And see, for me, that's what Montana has to do instead of letting the other person, giving the octagon up to the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like when the fight starts, when she fought Nadia Kassem, she was just like a fucking bulldozer. She just bulldozed Nadia Kassem. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to see her do more often. I want to see her take control of the octagon, whether it's coming forward with strikes and getting a takedown, or just coming forward with those long rangy punches, man. Using the punch, using her body, get into the clinch, throw some elbow. Listen, Montana. If Montana start throwing knees in the clinch, guys, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Montana starts throwing knees in the clinch, she can hurt girls with those long legs, dude. Like, Montana can really hurt girls in the clinch. And that's not going to do nothing but help Montana get the fight to the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's going to do is help her wear her opponents down, and then she will be able to drag these opponents down. Montana doesn't, it's like these fighters like Montana and Jillian, what they're not doing, you know what I'm saying, is setting up their grappling. Their grappling is so good, they think that they can just take you down from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If they start setting up these takedowns, you know what I'm saying, then these girls can be dangerous. They have to develop. They're young fighters, and they have to continue to develop. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to make me change the tune from saying that I think they're two of the best. Potentially, I think De La Rosa and Jillian Robertson are two nasty threats at 125 pounds, and it's risky fights for whoever takes those fights. Whoever they're fighting can very well lose to those fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm kind of like, picking them apart just so people can see that I'm not like blinded by De La Rosa and Jillian Robertson. I'm a fan of De La Rosa and Robertson. It is what it is. I'm a fucking fan. So it just whatever with that. You know what I'm saying? I see the deficiencies in their game, but the fan in me is gonna say that the fan in me is gonna push them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? The podcaster in me is gonna be reasonable and tell you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got a lot of stuff to work on. They do. They do. But it doesn't take away from the fact that those two girls are still two of the best in the division. It doesn't take away anything that they lose a fight. These girls are not even 27 years old, either one of them. You know what I'm saying? 25 and 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? So they got plenty of time ahead of them. They're supposed to be losing fights right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the respect and they don't get the respect in the rankings that they should. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what is Montana 5-2, Jillian 6-3? They don't get the you know, that's in the UFC. They don't get the respect that they should get, you know, by the people who do the rankings. So they're gonna lose fights, guys. They're not gonna win every fight out here. They're gonna lose fights. They're gonna lose fights. You know? But I'm on this journey with them. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Still Team Jillian, still Team Montana De La Rosa. So it is what it is. And last but not least is the newest recruit to the No Filter MMA clan. And that's my girl, Liana She-Wolf Jojua. You know what I'm saying? So now when it comes to Jojua, what I feel like Jojua has to work on a lot more is her defense. She has to be a little more defensively responsible. I'm taking a page out of Stamina MC's terminology here. She has to be a little more defensively responsible, you know. So I think that's what Jojua needs to work on because her jiu-jitsu is top notch. Like Liana Jojua has some of the best jiu-jitsu in the division as well. You know what I'm saying? Like her arm bars are, I mean, go look at footage of Liana Jojua before she came to the UFC. It's just armbar, 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 armbar. Her armbar, her jiu-jitsu is nasty. And her getting you to an armbar is also very nasty. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's she has to, Jojua, her striking is very basic. It is. It's very like her striking is very like Montana, kind of rudimentary, very basic. I think Montana is starting to. I think her I would put Montana's striking ahead of Liana Jojua's, but Liana Jojua is content to stay in the pocket and trade, but she's got to be better. She's got to be better defensively because she walked right into that elbow from Miranda Maverick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Liana Jojua walked head first. I'm talking head first right into that elbow from Miranda Maverick, and that changed the course of the fight. I felt Liana Jojua was winning that fight before Maverick landed that big elbow, and then I kind of seen Jojua slow down. You know what I'm saying? The blood, the pain was starting to get to her from the nose. That was a gnarly. Look at that. Look at your screen, guys. That was a gnarly injury, like reminiscent of Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking gnarly fucking injury on the nose. And it put her out. I mean, it wasn't even. Now look at your screen, guys. Woo-wee. Look at the cut on her nose. Woo. Anyways, guys, I think Liana has to evolve as well. She has to continue to work on what I was expecting a long, tough fight in that fight with Miranda Maverick. I was expecting a long, like a 3-round war between Liana Jojua and Miranda Maverick, but Miranda Maverick finished that out. You know, so she wasn't about to let Liana Jojua, you know what I'm saying, lock her up in something, put her in a bad position or something. Because if you play, eventually that's where the fight was going to go. You know what I'm saying? The fight eventually was going to go to the ground, and if Miranda Maverick and Liana Jojua hit the mat, it's a 50-50 shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whoever can lock up something first. You know? So, and Liana Jojua is good at locking up submissions very quickly. She can lock them up fairly quickly, guys. So, it's like, you know, you got to be careful and not let Liana Jojua, get you to the ground or get comfortable, because that's what she'll do. She'll pin you against the cage. Now, her clinch work is good. Liana Jojua has a lot of upper body strength. She's good at judo to hip tosses. She's good at putting the top half of her body, using it to pin you against the cage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good stuff from Liana Jojua that she does, man. It's like all these fighters, it's like Jillian Montana and Liana Jojua are all like the missing pieces. Like if I could combine all of them together, guys, like if I could give it, half of Jillian's jiu-jitsu and half of Liana Jojua's jiu-jitsu, if I could have the technical aspect of Jillian Robinson's jiu-jitsu, the speed in which they can snatch you up in something from Liana Jojua, and the size and the range and the power of Montana De La Rosa, you would have the perfect fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have the perfect fighter. Montana's hands, Jillian's technique, and Liana Jojua's speed, to her speedy road to a submission attempt. If you put all three of those together, boom, you got, one of the best fight. You got the number one contender in the division. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what these girls can do. If these girls can all if these three girls can put it all, more emphasis on De La Rosa and Robertson, if they can put it all together, that's what they need to do. They need to put it all together. And I think Montana, we'll see it from Montana before we see it from anybody, because Montana is closer to being a well-rounded fighter than any of the three much closer than Jillian Robertson, and closer than Liana Jojua, because Liana Jojua does like to fight on the feet. And she's worked hard. She's spent a lot of her career fighting on the feet. So, but it's Jillian Robertson who's got to work on the hands. But like I said, guys, it doesn't take anything away from Jillian Robertson. I'm still a fan, but let's hope that we can see these girls evolve, and hope we can see Elimele McFarlane get back in there and evolve and do something different than what they did, in their previous fights. Like I said, guys, rough ending to 2020 for No Filter MMA, but it is what it is. I sent Liana Jojua a message today, and I told her, I said, looking forward to seeing. I actually translated it into her language and sent it to her, and she replied, and I was able to go translate it and whatnot. And she was just very thankful. She was like, "Thank you so much." She was like, "I see your videos," and I was like, "Whoa, what?" She was like, "I see your videos." She was like, "I have to get someone," and it said I have to use audio translator. And she said, "So guys, Liana She-Wolf Jojua listens to No Filter MMA." I meant to tell you guys that she uses an audio translator when she sees me talking about her, and she'll go to my channel and listen to what I'm saying about her. And she's like, I appreciate your support. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I appreciate you, sticking with me. So I'm cool with that. Liana Jojua, of course. And then I sent Jillian Robertson a message as well. Told Jillian Robertson, keep your head up. I'm always going to support you. You know what I'm saying? You'll get there. You'll get past this. You'll probably win your next fight, of course. And the same with Montana De La Rosa, so we'll see, man. And Elimele McFarlane, I'm pretty sure she'll win her next fight too. So we'll just see how it goes, man. But anyways, guys, I didn't come on here to be live for a long time tonight. I just kind of wanted to come and say what I had to say about my girls. Everybody's looking for B. Everybody got BJ name in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all I can do is sit back and drink my drink, because all I can think of is whether you're talking good or you're talking bad about No Filter MMA. What are you doing? You're talking about No Filter MMA. So keep on talking, y'all. Keep on talking, because what is that doing for me? Keep Everybody got BJ name out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool because what does that do for me? Whether you're talking good about me or you're talking bad about me, what is that? What is it? You're still talking about me. Oh man, comment section where y'all at. I know Coach is live. I gotta end it pretty soon, guys. Comment section where y'all at. What's up? Anything I want to talk about? Anderson versus Nunes rebooked. Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Ben Askren versus Logan Paul. I've been seeing all of this news, guys. I got to cover some of this stuff this week, especially this. I was hoping to see Michael Chandler fight Nate Diaz, though. I was looking forward to that fight. Because I heard that kind of floating around that Nate Diaz was like he would take a fight at 155 against Michael Chandler. Of course, I'm picking Nate Diaz, my dude. So, I mean, all this is going on. I was some other fight. Oh, Montana De La Rosa versus Maida Bueno Silva. It's a tune-up fight for De La Rosa. I mean, there's really nothing special about Maida Bueno Silva. I would be surprised if she. I'm just not excited about this fight. Like, you know, I would be surprised if she beat Montana, but I doubt she would. I highly doubt she's gonna beat De La Rosa, but you know, I'm just not really excited about De La Rosa versus Bueno Silva. Like, I'm just not. Like, it just is what it is. I'm just really not excited about that, you know. And this is like, you know, and Jillian Robinson gets shit on, man. You know, she's supposed to fight, you know, Antonina. That fight didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Antonina didn't want to take it. It was too short of notice for Antonina, so she didn't take the fight. And what else? Then she lost to Taylor Santos, man. Like, Jillian Robinson is tired of fighting girls, you know, that's below her because it's cost her. You know, like it's cost her in the end fighting when she gets these rankings, and then she fights a girl ranked below her and loses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she gets knocked out of the rankings. So, you know, can we give the girl a break? She got the break with Macy Barber and she dropped the ball. But, 3 fights later and she still ain't fighting nobody ranked. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fought Courtney Casey, Poliana Botello, and Taylor Santos, and none of them were ranked. But yeah, Bueno Silva versus De La Rosa. I'm excited to see De La Rosa fight, but it's not an exciting matchup. It's not something to jump up and down about. We should see Jojua return to action. We should see Jojua return to action around June, maybe, or April, or May. She's on a 6-month suspension. I forgot when that fight was. Let me look and see. Let's look and see when she fought Miranda Maverick. She fought Miranda Maverick October, so November, December, January, February, March, April. So April at the earliest, we'll see Liana Jojua back. So she's out. But it is what it is, guys. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take it down. Get out of here. It is what it is, guys. So there you go. There you have it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this live stream down. Get out of here. I just want to get on and talk for a second. And there it is. You guys are quiet tonight, so I ain't left yet. I'm gonna close y'all out of here right quick. We'll get y'all closed out of here, man. So I should be coming this week with a lot of content. You know, I'm gonna come with some content on what's coming up. I want to talk a lot about Emily Whitmire versus Hannah Cyphers. This
Watch
is a
NFL games
fight, guys. This is a do or die fight for these ladies. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. That's an interesting fight. I'm a Spitfire fan. I'm an Emily Whitmire fan. I love Emily Whitmire. So we'll see what happens, guys. And your boy is out. I'm still here. I mean, I was just letting the outro play. I'm still here. If somebody want to talk, anybody want to talk, anybody down, or should I let the outro take us on out of here? What's up? I mean, what's good? All right, guys. We back. I was about to end the stream, and then Combo Breaker 99 comes in the building and say he wants a link. This man came in and said he wants a link. What's up, Combo?
Chilling, man. What's going on, man? I was in there listening, man, but then I had to take care of some business, and I was like, dang, he said we wasn't up in there. I'm up in here, man. What's up, man?
What's good, man? So, man, like I was saying, bro, having a rough end of 2020 for No Filter MMA. But it's all good though. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? I'm gonna go through all of the fighters that I'm talking about, but compared to what I said, what do you think? We're gonna start with Liana Jojua. What do you think she needs to do to improve her 20? She had a good start to 2021, but a rough ending. What do you think moving forward, Liana Jojua needs to do to improve?
I think Liana Jojua has to improve on her striking style. She can't afford to go in there and get hit head first. She can't afford to go in there head first like she do. Because of the nose. I mean, just being honest. Uh, Got to work on head movement. And she one of them fighters that she's still young, so she got to work on speed drills too. I want to see her moving, fast twitching. If she want to go in there and strike with the best of them, man, she got to start learning how to take angles instead of coming straight in. Like, in the Miranda fight, she did land some good right hands. I give her that. Um, but imagine if she starts to take more angles and be more time, starts to
Right,
time
right.
everything well. So, yeah, I think as far as her, like, just got to work on a different approach to striking. Got to be more defensive minded because you got to protect the face, man.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. I feel like she needs to work on her defense. Work on her defense and her movement, man, because you know, she got to move that head out the way, dude. Because, like you said, man, like I heard you say before, man, those fighters with those big noses, that target is right there to be hit, bro. And now every flyweight in the division has taken note that okay, I gotta hit Liana Jojua in the nose. Like I gotta
Hmm.
bust her nose up to slow her down. Her nose is an easy target. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's a good point as far as like defense wise. What do you think Alima Lay McFarlane needs to do to improve in 2021?
I think Alima Lay Falling, man. I think she needs to be a little bit more confident. I think she had a lot of tools that could have played in her favor in the Juliana fight. There was times when Juliana was just waiting and waiting and waiting too much. But I imagine if like Alima was a little bit more confident in her skill set, she could have bum rushed her a few times and just fought dirty on the inside. Which is what she needed to do. Um, I think maybe her strength is something she needs to work on. I think she has some good basic striking that can get the job done. She just needs to be a little bit more confident. So I would say her confidence and her strength, like confidence and strength. You got to go in there and take chances. Like if you were the champion, you got to act like the champion. She's
Yeah,
that.
man, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, if she would have just flipped it around and put that
Yeah,
heavy pressure on Velasquez at first, and then it would have opened up the striking for her. A worn out Velasquez, it would have opened up the striking for Lima Lay. But I don't think I think she was too late on her game plan.
yeah. She let Juliana dictate the pace, and I was like, nah, as a champion, you don't do that, man. So
Yeah.
for her, man, yeah, just confidence and strength, man.
Okay. Okay. Let me get your thoughts on Montana De La Rosa. What do you think Montana needs to do to improve in 2021 and put herself back where she was at?
Montana, like, I want to see Montana not be anxious. Like, I think she's over anxious when she's striking. Like, I think she's overthinking sometimes. Like, I can see like not the jitters, but I can almost see like the way she's kind of hunched over, like she's waiting for somebody to throw something at her instead. She's anticipating instead of timing it. And I think she does the same thing whenever she's about to let go. Like sometimes I think she's holding back on the power. Like her body frame, like I was saying in the chat, man, like she could be a tough fighter on the inside because she's so big, like what 5'7" and got those long arms. She would be so effective if she was more of a clinch fighter. Like I think she's one of them fighters too that just needs to start thinking of fighting on the inside and being more physical and not just thinking of takedowns. Because takedowns, you take somebody down, they'll pop right back up.
Right.
It's all about beating them down and making them game. to keep them down. Because
Yeah.
you take down somebody like Viviana Arujo in like a rematch. If you take down Andrea Lee again, say if they fought again, any of the fighters she fought in a rematch, same thing would happen unless she starts tenderizing them. You know, you got to make them game. You got to take them down. You know, you got to beat them down, then take them down.
TJ says Montana will be limited by continuing to train with her husband. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think Montana needs to, because when she made tremendous improvements in her striking when before the Adarujo fight, when she was going to different camps and getting different looks from different people. You know, I think her striking improved in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like she is held back a little bit by training with Mark De La Rosa. I think she needs to. I think Montana needs to go somewhere where somebody's not going to take it. I feel like she gets it taken easy on her in training. Like she needs to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana needs to learn how to overcome and how to work a plan B and secure that plan B. You know what I'm saying? When she's losing, like if she's fighting on the feet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she needs to know how. And like you always say this, Combo, and it's so true, man. When I go back and look at these fights, you know what I'm saying? The setup to the takedown is just not there. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana's not setting up her takedowns the way she should be setting up the takedowns. If she start using, you know, some of the power in her hands, man, to really set up the takedowns, you know what I'm saying? I think she would have a lot more success, man. And I think that's what she needs to work on. Her and Jillian Robinson both need to work on setting up their takedowns.
Yeah, I agree with that. I saw, what TJ said. Yeah, you got to like step out of the box. Like training with your husband, you're gonna be too comfortable. He's not gonna be fully honest. Like you need to, you know, he's not gonna be telling you the things that you don't want to hear. You know what I mean? He's gonna be going easy. I think. You know, he's not gonna be out there telling you, hey, like, you know, you need to be faster. You need to work on your head movement. Let's be honest. You know, he's not going to be straight up and down like that. I don't think. So yeah, she needs to be with somebody that's going to tell her straight up what's wrong. You know,
maybe like a Jason Perillo.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. I mean, Jason Perillo would be a great option for her, or you know, go somewhere. You know, I wouldn't even be mad at Jackson Wink because. If there's one thing about Jackson Wink, man, one thing that they can teach. Now, the politics of what they do may not be the best, but as far as what they actually do, you know, they do improve. They do. I mean, they're like a striker-heavy camp. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look at who's fighting out of their gym. I mean, John Jones, Cowboy Cerrone was there. Carlos Condit has been there. Holly. Karate Hottie, you know what I'm saying? Like those are all like strikers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she needs to go somewhere where they can really tune in her striking and help her set up the takedowns to where her grappling can be as effective as it has been before. So can you hear me, Gumbo? Okay,
she need to be with somebody that can get her. Oh, hang on for a second. Yeah, she need to be with somebody that'll make her more like athletic and more mobile, that likes to move around, man. Because I don't get it, man. Montana's how is she? What, 27, right?
26, 25 or 26.
Yeah, she's 26. Yeah, like fighters that age, man, like that's the perfect age for them to, you know, go around and, like you said, get beaten up a little bit and, you know, take harsh criticism now. Whenever they can say, hey, I can change, you know, they can go out here and say, you know, I'm not the best at this. I need to work on this. So now would be the time for her to do that. Like, just go out the box. Yeah, like, even, like, I know some people might disagree. Like, even James Krause, I think, working on a fighter with, like, Megan Anderson, her frame would be kind of effective working on somebody like Montana De La Rosa, her frame, because, you know, she's kind of a long, lanky fighter, too. So
right.
I think he could do some things for striker. I mean, it's working for Gina Mazzani right now. She's over there. So, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. If somebody can really like utilize that right hand for Montana, man, like it can be a weapon, man, and develop her like a solid clinch game and like a really solid clinch game. If Montana start throwing knees in the clinch and elbows in the clinch, man, like and just being like you said, man, just being confident in the strikes that she throws. Look sort of like Misha Tate in a way. Like Montana looks up to Misha Tate, but if she gonna look up to Misha, like she should really, really look up to Misha Tate because Misha Tate wasn't the most polished striker out here, but every strike that Misha Tate threw had confidence behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana, I feel like sometimes like she just kind of paws out. Like her striking isn't. She's not confident in it enough. Like she doesn't throw everything with intention. Like Misha Tate, on the other hand, she threw everything with intention. It was ugly and it was sloppy, but she threw it. You know what I'm saying? And when it landed, like when she landed punches on Jessica I, she hurt Jessica I. When she's landing punches on Sarah McMahon, she hurt Sarah McMahon. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's like Montana needs to like just commit to if the strike is ugly, commit to it. Because if it lands, who knows what it'll do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it is what it is. So Combo, let me move.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, man.
She's oh yes, yeah, because she definitely got the power in her. I'm just saying, like she got like the size advantage over a lot of girls in there. So it's like come on, like commit to it. If she throw it, it's gonna do something. Don't hold back on it, man. Macy Chase on like look at her frame, man. She's killer with those knees. So I'm like, you got the long legs, you got to go in there and use it.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Like, look at how these long range. I don't think Montana. I want to say. I don't want to say she's not aware of her size, but I don't think she's aware of how to use it. Like if you look at fighters like Chason, you know what I'm saying, those tall fighters, you know what I'm saying, they utilize what they have. Even as far as going to like Tatiana Suarez at strawweight, Tatiana throws a lot of kicks. For her not to be a striker, Tatiana Suarez throws a lot of kicks on the feet. You know what I'm saying? Those kicks keep for the most part keep people at a distance away from her. You know what I'm saying? So where she can have that open space to where she can shoot for that double leg or shoot for that single leg. You know what I'm saying? Like she uses that. Like I want to see Montana be more aware of her body. You know what I'm saying? And just use it to its full potential, man. Because she could do a lot in that division, man. But Combo, last but not least, I'm gonna ask you, what do you think Jillian Robertson? Now that we've seen Jillian Robertson lose this year, but Jillian Robertson had a good year. She went 2-1 in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like she had a good year, but it was a tough loss. It was a hard loss. A fighter like Robertson, her losses mean more than her wins. You know what I'm saying? Like her losses, like if she beats these, she beats the Poliana Batalios and she beats the Courtney Casey's, then people are gonna say, oh, well, Jillian should have beat them. But as soon as she loses to, Taylor Santos, you know what I'm saying? Then people are like, oh, well, she just wasn't good enough. So Jillian is kind of stuck in that weird spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does she need to do to have a successful 2021?
I will say, man, it is crazy how like she's dropping out of the rankings compared to somebody like Andrea Lee, because it's like I at least see some hope in Jillian Robertson more so than I do Andrea Lee. But Andrea Lee's holding on to a 3-fight losing streak, and she's still near the top 10. That's what make it crazy for me. But like, yeah, Jillian Robertson going on a nice little win streak, and they were saying she had one of the most wins in flyweight, but it all comes down to favoritism with them, So, I mean, for her to really come back in the division, she's gonna have to do the same thing as far as not going for takedowns. I mean, you gotta learn how to chop people down and have them think you're gonna do one thing, but then you gotta go for the other. Like,
I think she needs to work on. I think Jillian struggles with athletic fighters. She needs to work on she needs to have a dedicated strength and conditioning program. Her conditioning's good, but her strength, like if somebody's physical if somebody's like very athletic, they'll beat Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll beat her just because of
Yeah.
sheer strength. Like when her and Taylor Santos clinched up, like you could see Jillian working, but Taylor Santos just out muscled Jillian Robertson like all the way around, and you could see even like the same as when it was very reminiscent of when Robertson fought Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? Like when they clinched up, like you see Jillian working, and it's just not having any kind of effect whatsoever because the other person is just like way stronger than Jillian Robertson. You know, am I wrong for that, or is that what you see too?
Yeah, that was what I was talking about the other day on the live stream. That's why, like, I wasn't going off a resume. Like, I wasn't saying Tyler Santos was going to win because she had the most knockouts necessarily. It was like I was looking at the eye test. I was looking at who looked strong as hell, and Tyler Santos looked strong as hell in her fights, man. Like,
Right,
just off of her like leg strength and her demeanor. Like when she gets into the clinch with you, like she's not afraid. But like
right,
I feel like Jillian Robertson, if it's not on the ground, then she's a little bit apprehensive.
right,
Macy again, she getting her in the clinch, she seems to kind of freeze up. Not I won't say freeze up. Maybe it's just the core. Maybe it's her core. She just doesn't
right,
look as stable or on balance. But Santos, it's like when she in the clinch, man, you could just see the power in her legs
right.
and
Yeah,
her
yeah,
midsection.
yeah, yeah. You're right about that. Um, MJ says, I think it has something to do with killer instinct. You can have all the tools, but if you don't have the killer instinct, you're done in MMA. I don't think Jillian Robinson has an issue with the killer instinct. Because one thing about Jillian Robinson, she goes for it full out. She goes balls to the wall every time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that there's a killer instinct issue there. I don't think there's a killer instinct with any of the fighters, I'm talking about on this live stream. I think they all have it. Jillian Robinson will finish you. De La Rosa will finish you if the opportunity is there, and Liana Jojua will finish you if the opportunity is there. So I don't think that the killer instinct is the problem. I just think that they got some holes in their game that they got to tighten up. And I'm once again, Combo, like I said, I've always been aware of this, but I'm also a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna spend forever criticizing people that I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spend most of my time rooting for the people that I'm a fan of. So, but I am aware that they got stuff that they got to work on. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't want people to be confused to be like, oh, now BJ's singing a different tune. I'm not singing a different tune. Go listen to me talk about Jillian and Montana. I say all the time, yeah, they got a lot of work to do, but I still think that them two on the ground they're very dangerous on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like if you allow them to do what they want to do on the ground, then you're in a lot of trouble. But I've also said that I wonder what's going to happen when somebody puts Jillian Robinson on her back, and we've seen what happens when somebody puts Jillian. Yeah, she was working for submissions, but Taylor Santos, man, that she's strong as hell, man. Where does Taylor Santos go from here?
Taylor Santos, man, like I was talking about this a bit on the end of my live stream. I think from here, I'm gonna honestly say this, man. Like I honestly think if she can really start to make a statement in maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 2 more fights against some of the top 10 or top 5, then. But she's also going to have to make sure she's well rounded. I think that the more and more she develops, she could actually be fit for a title shot.
Yeah.
I think it's her time. And out of mostly everybody in the top 5 or top 10, I would say that she showcases something Jessica I doesn't have, Viviana Araujo doesn't have.
Yeah. That's true, man. But she lost to Mara
Roxanne.
Romero Barella.
I think that was just like an off night. Like I might go back and look at that fight, break it down, because that was a split decision loss, and it was like a styles make fight thing. Like I think that was just like a bad style matchup. Like I think the same thing might happen if she fought Caitlin Chikagian. Let's be honest. Like that's what I'm saying. Like now she needs 2 or 3 more fights to get her ready.
Right.
Because I think when she runs into Caitlin, she might face the same thing. Like she might not get beat up, but she might lose on points.
Right. TJ said, actually, BJ, you said Jillian was the queen of the ground at 125 pounds. And I still say that. I still think Jillian Robertson is one of the best grapplers at 125 pounds. It is. I mean, it is what it is. But when Jillian fights those fighters who are significantly stronger than she is, then the technique is not really going to work in her favor. Technically, she's one of the best grapplers in the division. But when you got somebody like Taylor Santos, man, and Macy Barber and Viviane Araújo and Lauren Murphy, and those real physical girls, you know what I'm saying? That's where Jillian Robinson's going to struggle. Someone said Danielle H says Santos versus Jennifer Maia. Ooh, I wouldn't throw Santos to those kind of wolves yet. Like I wouldn't do that. Like I would let her fight like Antonina or somebody. Like I wouldn't throw her to the wolves. Like like Jennifer Maia is a tough fight. I mean, do you think Danielle H? Do you think that Taylor Santos can go in there with Valentina and put up a fight like as good as Jennifer Maia did? Better than Jennifer Maia? I mean,
no, I can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that either.
No, I mean, you got to go back and look at what Jennifer Maia's done. She's a former Invicta champion. She's got experience too. She has size. She has physical strength. She's dealt with pressure. Like, can Santos deal with title shot pressure yet? Not yet. Maybe a few more fights.
Yeah. TJ says, but you laughed at the thought of Taylor beating Jillian on the ground. Yes, I did, TJ. Yes, I did laugh at that thought because I didn't see the fight going that way. Like, Taylor Santos surprised me, and at the path to victory, the game plan that she used against Jillian, it was a very smart game plan. You know what I'm saying? Using the tools that she had to take Jillian down and dominate her on the ground. That was very smart. So I was very surprised by that. But it doesn't take away it doesn't take away what Jillian Robinson has done in the division leading up to that fight. I mean, look at the way she's finished these girls. You know what I'm saying? Her jiu-jitsu is still very good, bro. I mean, it is. Her striking may not be there, but if you're just talking purely her jiu-jitsu and her top control, her jiu-jitsu and top control and submissions are top notch, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
But look, I gotta say this, BJ. I gotta say, look, I gotta show you a lot of respect for sticking up for your fighters, man. Like, that stands for something. That's what I'm saying. Like, the fighters you stick up for, they definitely need to hear your videos. That's why if you ever get a chance, you need to go back and make a video straight up on each of the fighters, like Montana, and what they need to do, because you study them, you watch them, and it's actually coming from an expert's mind state. It's not a troll. It's not somebody just out there saying, "Oh, you ain't never gonna make it," or "You ain't crap on your feet." You're actually somebody that knows what they need to do.
Right.
So you definitely got to make some videos on them, what they need to do in 2021, man. That's why I say I respect you for sticking with them like that, because all of these fighters, they got something in them that can make them elevate. They just need to hear it, man.
Right.
They just can't hear the same old trolls all the time. That's not really going to stand for anything.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think I'll do that, man. Because like I said, man, I'm a fan, man. And I'm gonna follow these fighters, and if their road goes out of the UFC, then that's just where it goes, man. Then it just is what it is. I'll still be their fans. You know what I'm saying? Like I just who I like is who I like, bro. I can't help who I'm drawn to. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I like a lot of fighters. I just don't have the time to make videos on all of them. But yeah, man. So yeah, I was just wanting to come on here, man. Genesis Green. Oh hell, Genesis Green is in the building. What's up, Genesis Green? Genesis Green in the building. Well, listen, man. Combo Breaking 99, man. I wasn't planning on coming on here and staying for a long time, my brother. I was just coming on here to do a quick little TJ said too soon for Joshua to be in the UFC. I don't think so, man. Like Liana Joshua had a lot of experience outside the UFC, dude. Like, I mean, she fought as high as featherweight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she fought at 145, 135, and now she's found her spot at 125. Like, that's where she needs to be at. I think it's too soon to say that about Liana Joshua, because when you look at her debut against Sarah Morris, I mean, already Sarah Morris was way bigger than her, and then she missed. Then Sarah Morris missed weight on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you kind of got to give her a pass for that. That's kind of like a cyborg Kunitskaya type thing where you just take the fight to get into the UFC and then you go and do your work. You know what I'm saying? You take this fight. If you lose it, we're not going to count it against you. And then you go do work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's too early for JoJo. She's got a lot of experience out there, man. She's young. She's 25, but she's been fighting for a while. You know what I'm saying? And the way she savagely submitted Diana Belbita, dude. I mean, when she broke Belbita's arm, dude, that's not something you do. You know, when it's too early for you to be in the UFC, dude. I mean, that was a savage submission, like savage. That's what put Liana Joshua on my radar. When I seen her snatch up Diana Belbita's arm like that, I was like, whoa, whoa. You remember that fight combo?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere. I was like, damn.
Yeah. She throws punches with her eyes closed. Her defense is suspect. Yeah, her defense, that's what I said, TJ. Her defense needs to improve. Like Liana Joshua's defense has to improve. It is what it is. That's what she needs to do to improve in 2021. We're not gonna see Joshua back till like April, guys. She had a 6-month suspension, so we ain't gonna see Liana Joshua back till about April. Jillian Robinson probably be out for 3 months. Montana De La Rosa's fighting in February, and we probably won't see Elimelech McFarlane fight until 2025, knowing how she does. So, no, but we'll probably see Elimelech middle to end of 2021, I'm sure. You know, so I mean, this is her first loss. She'll probably take some time off. You know, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, you gotta give these young fighters. Is Belbita in the? Yes, she's in the UFC. Yes, dude. Joshua needs to be an Invicta. I mean, she could be an Invicta. You know, she could be Invicta level, but she's not in Invicta. So it's up to Liana Joshua to elevate herself. It's up to her to step it up to the plate, like Jillian Robertson had to do, like De La Rosa had to do. They had to get wins in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to respect those girls. And Joshua, unfortunately, is going to suffer the same thing. She's going to have to keep winning in order for people to talk about her. You know, people like KGB don't have to win to get notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's on a 3-fight skid and they still giving her props. So, you know, it is what it is with that. But,
look, I got to go back. I gotta go back and represent my girl JoJo too. See, that's what I'm saying. See, talking to you, it made me say, look, I gotta represent my fighters. Like JoJo has been disappointing. I said that, you know, I'm not saying that from like a harsh criticism of heart, you know, like I'm bashing her. No, I'm just saying it was some of the things she's been doing, you know, as far as the choices she's making in the octagon. Yeah. But I gotta go back and support her, man.
Listen, don't ever let people in the comment section deter you away from your fighter, bro. You gotta be steadfast on it, dude. That's your fighter. That's your fighter, bro. Don't let what people say and the criticism that come to you for supporting your fighter change or make you stop talking about your fighter, bro. No, man. You get on the road and you get on the path and you get on the journey with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on the journey with the girls that I choose and the guys that I choose. I got to start talking about Yair more. I got to start talking about the guys, you know, Shane Burgos, you know what I'm saying? Chito Vera, like my favorite male fighters, you know, Rory McDonald. I got to start talking about those guys more often because but it's just that women's mixed martial arts is so interesting and so you can go on for years. Apparently, if you look at me, you can go on for years talking about women's MMA. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start talking more about the guys, but man, don't let people phase or blow you. If you a JoJo fan, you ride that JoJo fan until that JoJo. You ride that JoJo train until it stops, bro. Like I rode off.
I'm still riding with it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I rode off into the sunset on the Misha Tate train. I'm still riding on it. We off into the sunset. I'm still on the Misha Tate train. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what the comments say. Zhang will eat Esparza. Zhang versus Esparza versus Zhang thoughts. Let me ask you, Combo, is that happening? Is Zhang gonna fight Esparza?
From what I heard, like that fight is almost finalized. I think in Singapore it's supposed to be finalized. Um, it's looking like Dana wants to try to get Weili fighting as many times as possible. You know, this might be the first fight to kick off 2021. You know, it looks like it's happening before the Rose fight, according to Dana.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Zhang versus Carla, man. Carla Esparza gotta be on her fucking A game. She gotta be on it. She gotta be on it 1,000% going into this fight, dude. Because I mean, I just don't feel like Carla Esparza. I feel like Carla Esparza has different, has tools. You know what I'm saying? Like she has a lot of tools to win fights, like her wrestling. She throws hard punches. But I feel like when you get like Joanna Jędrzejczyk immediately went into those deep waters with Weili Zhang. Like they jumped right into the pool head first. You know what I'm saying? My thing about Carla, I don't think Carla is durable enough to keep, to take punches, the amount of punches that Weili can give and keep throwing good hard punches herself. Joanna was able to do it. Even Jessica Andrade couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But Joanna Jędrzejczyk took Weili's best hits and threw her own best hits from bell to bell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is Carla Esparza that durable? Probably not. Does Carla Esparza have more tools to win the fight? You can say that. You know what I'm saying? You can say Carla Esparza with the wrestling. She could take Weili down. She could surprise Weili with a nice little double leg. Or, right off rip, if Carla wanted to try to, land a good punch, it might be possible. You know what I'm saying? Because Carla Esparza will hit you and she got meaning behind those punches. But it's a thin road to victory for Carla Esparza. But what the fan in me gonna say is let's fucking go, Cookie Monster. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight, man. Like I just wonder what it's gonna look like in the clinch, because I know Weili is gonna push for them clinches, man. She's gonna close that distance early, and I want to see if Carla can counter that and use her wrestling. I want to see if she is strong enough to handle Weili. I mean, Carla's did some things. She's worked some miracles with some taller, bigger fighters before.
Yeah.
Especially, she's never fought an atomweight. She's been a strawweight her whole life. So I'm like, what can she do to counter her, man? You got to have something up your sleeve. I mean, right now I don't really see what, but I'm sure, the experience will kick in when she fights, man. So we'll see.
Yeah, and the experience too, man. Yeah, the experience. I mean, Carla Esparza's fought the who's who at 125, dude. I mean, she
okay,
has.
wait a minute. All right, TJ said Carla can take Weili down, but couldn't take Joanna down. All right, styles make fights and body.
Yeah, styles make fights, and Carla was not the Carla that was the champion. Carla is a much better version of herself now than she was when she was the champion. Like a much better version of herself, right or wrong.
Oh, better. Yeah, she's better than when she had the championship belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's been evolving. She's definitely been evolving. That's why I wanted to see her and Angela. I wanted to see her and Angela Hill fight again, just to see like where Angela Hill was at that point. And then I wanted to see her fight Rose again to see where she was at.
Did they ever announce her? I feel like they announced an opponent for Nina Ansaroff. I just can't remember who it was.
Oh, Mackenzie Dern.
Oh man,
Yeah, we might have to say that talk for tomorrow.
I gotta say that for tomorrow, bro. Because I'm about to get off here, bro. But That ooh, that's tough right there, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, shit, bro. You get on back to work, bro. I'll holler at you later, bro, and we'll catch up on that topic specifically. Nina Ansaroff versus Mackenzie Dern. We'll catch up on that, bro. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Again, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. I'll catch
And
up with you, combo.
out here. All right, man.
All right. All right, guys. Make sure you go over to Combo Breaker 99 and subscribe to Combo. Combo is on a fast track, man. This guy puts really good stuff up. TJ, boy, TJ is on Rose neck, man. Now, TJ, when I heard Rose say she ain't ducking, see, that convinced me that Rose ain't ducking. That kind of convinced me that Rose wasn't ducking. See, y'all said that Antonina wasn't ducking Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? But Antonina never said anything about that. So it's hard for me to be like, no, Antonina wasn't ducking when Antonina ain't said nothing about that. Jillian Robertson put that out there for the universe to hear. You know what I'm saying? She didn't just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said that on my podcast exclusively. So it's out there for the world to see, and I ain't seen nothing from Antonina that says she didn't duck Jillian Robertson. So, but, Rose did say it, so now I'm kind of like, okay, well, maybe Rose didn't duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she didn't. Maybe we being hard on Rose. But apparently her grandmother died. So, if it's your third removed cousin, what I'm saying, that died, then that's one thing. But, her grandmother died, guys. And I know if I was a fighter and my grandmother passed away, if my grandfather passed away, then I know that I'm not going to be in no headspace to fight for a belt either. So, and being a tough fight with somebody like Zhang Wei Li. So, I kind of feel what Rose is talking about. So, let's kind of be easy on Rose a little bit, guys. I gotta make a retraction video on that as well, because now that I know that it was her grandmother, at first I think at first she didn't put out who it was, but now that I notice her grandmother, let's kind of like let's be a little easy on Rose, okay, y'all, just a little bit. Can we just be a little easy on Rose Namajunas? Jesus, TJ going on her neck, boy. Let's see what these comments say. That's what I'm talking about. We do need to believe Rose, but why can't we believe Jillian Robertson? Why do we need to believe Rose, but we can't believe Jillian Robertson? What evidence, TJ? What evidence? What evidence? There is no evidence that Jillian Roberts. There is no evidence that Antonina Shevchenko didn't duck Jillian Robertson. There's no evidence. Her ex-manager telling y'all that, she don't take fights. She don't take short notice fights. That's not evidence, buddy. If Antonina would have came out and said, I did not duck Jillian Robertson, that fight was not offered to me, or something like that, then yes. Kind of like when Macy Barber was saying that Montana De La Rosa ducked her, and Montana fired right back and said, how the fuck can I duck you when nobody asked me to fight you? So, when the fighter that's the subject of conversation fires back, then that's a little more convincing than somebody who floats around them that says, like when Pat Barry was saying that Rose didn't duck, I didn't listen to that shit at all. I didn't listen to none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear from Pat. I want to hear from Rose Namajunas. So when I heard Rose say it, I was like, okay, BJ, you can let up off Rose a little bit. Rose did say something. When Macy Barber was like, Jillian, that Mackenzie Dern, Paige Van Zandt, and Montana De La Rosa ducked me, the only person out of those three to respond was Montana De La Rosa, which clearly let me know that De La Rosa didn't duck Macy Barber, because it was never offered to De La Rosa. De La Rosa is all about business. De La Rosa is all about that money. And if a big money fight is offered, you better believe Montana De La Rosa is going to sign the contract. So, the whole Jillian Antonina thing, Antonina was military silent. You think she didn't hear what I was saying about Jillian Robertson saying that she ducked her. Of course, Antonina heard what I was saying, but she didn't respond. She didn't say anything. She didn't call out Jillian Robertson. So it's like, you know, MJ said, "I think Rose is a duck." Oh, MJ going in. Uh oh. Oh. Oh, let's see. Concussion protocol. Says who, TJ? Says who? Jillian Robertson's just a fighter. She probably wouldn't know what goes on, but her team will. I'm sure she know. When it's got something to do with her, I'm sure she knows what's going on. I'm sure these fighters ain't in the dark about what goes on with them and their money and their business and their brand. They know what's going on. If I was the manager from Rose and Antonina, of course I would defend them. Roger is their manager. Exactly, MJ. Exactly. Where is the fighter? Where is the fighter coming out and saying this? Rose did. Where was Antonina? Exactly. Well, I'm sure she will call out Antonina. I'm sure Jillian will call out Antonina. Listen, just because Jillian Robertson loses a fight, it doesn't mean that she's going to go in here and she's going to be scared of any of these girls. She's not scared of any of these girls, dude. She'll fight anybody. You know what I mean? She'll fight anybody. MJ said, "I can't speak English very well, but I'm not stupid." That's what I'm saying. Like, who's stupid? Like, who bought that? Like, all of y'all that are subscribed to Coach's channel, y'all all bought that. Like, no knock on Coach now. Like, there's no knock on Coach at all. But y'all bought that. Like, y'all really bought that from Roger. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, what? Like, y'all all, like, Roger put that food out there in his hand and y'all ate that food out of his hand. When you heard Jillian Robertson on a live interview say that Antonina turned down a fight. But nobody disputed me when Tatiana Suarez got on my podcast and said that that Michelle Waterson ducked her. The words that came out of Tatiana Suarez's mouth was that Michelle Waterson, this is verbatim. This is verbatim. She said Michelle Waterson did not want to fight me. She turned down a fight with me. She said no, that she felt like she didn't have to fight me. Damn. Shit. MJ said Roger can't fool me. Oh shit. Oh. And you bought that from Jillian just because she said it? Yes! The fighter said it. Yes. What? No, it ain't the fact that she said it. It's the fact that Antonina said nothing. Antonina Shevchenko said nothing. If it wasn't true, Antonina would have said something. Just like when Macy Barber said De La Rosa turned down a fight with her. It was not true. So what did Montana do? She responded. Michelle Waterson, what did she do? She got on tape and she said it again. I feel like I don't have to fight Tatiana Suarez. That's what she said. I feel like I deserve somebody better than Tatiana. I deserve a more high-profile fight than Tatiana Suarez. I don't want to fight Tatiana Suarez because Tatiana would have beat her ass. It is what it is. TJ said, I just want to risk her. TJ. He said scrub Rose. Bro, you gotta quit. Bruh, don't call her Scrub Rose. Dude, that is funny as hell, dude. You are fucking stupid, man. That's hilarious. Scrub Rose. I want to wish Scrub Rose a happy duck season and I'm out. I mean, there's always gonna be that speculation, but I feel a little more on Rose's thinking that Rose didn't duck now that Rose came out and said that. But there's still that speculation that, okay, did Rose duck? Like, did she duck? You know what I'm saying? Like, the bottom line is, Rose, did you duck? I'm gonna say that now that I've seen Rose say it, that I'm a little more confident that she didn't duck. But there's still that thought in the back of my mind, like, Rose, did you duck? I'm a GDR fan. GDR is from my country, but I think she ducked Cyborg. No, it ain't no thing. She ducked Cyborg. She ducked her. And I would have loved to have seen that fight. That would have been a huge fight. Jermaine Durant versus Chris Cyborg. That would have been a huge fight. Why is it so difficult to say Antonina ducked Robinson? That's what I'm saying, MJ. What is so different about that situation? You can say, okay, if you want to use medical reasons as to why, then you can say that GDR had hand issues. GDR had hand issues, and she could not take a fight with Cyborg until her hand was healed. I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, my girls got some work to do. So let's put our heads down, Jillian. Listen, my message to Jillian, Elima, Montana, and Leanna. So let's put your heads down. Not keep your heads up. People always say keep your head up. No. Let's put your heads down. Nose to the grind. Nose to the grind. And let's grind. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to... We had a rough ending to 2021, ladies. We had a rough ending to 2021. But all four of you know that No Filter MMA is here to let the world know that it's y'all's time. Okay? These women are the future of women's MMA. Now, Alima Lay has already made it to championship level. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's made it to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So for her, it's about revenge and getting back what's rightfully hers. I'm sorry, guys. Juliana Velasquez has that belt, but that belt is rightfully Alima Lay's. First ever flyweight champion. And long reigning first ever flyweight champion. But it's time to work. It's time to get this. It's time to improve. And it's time to get this money. And it's time to get these checks. And it's time to get these wins. And it's time to get belts. You know what I'm saying? So, Robertson, De La Rosa, Jojua, keep your heads low to the grind. And let's improve. Let's improve. Let's get better. And because I'm going to ride with you 2021. I'm riding right on into 2021 with y'all on my back. So let's go. So let's go. Coach. Shout out to the LDWMAC. Coach coming in hot. Coach is coming in hot, boy. Coach, I'm going to do you like you do me. Coach, I know you ain't going to let MJ do you like... That's women in combat sports. I know you're not going to let women in combat sports do you like that. I know not, Coach. Coach, I know, man. Coach, I know you not about to let MJ talk to you like that. Yeah. She's hey coach, she ain't here talking about your girl Rose, man. She here giving Rose her and TJ giving Rose a hard time in here tonight, man. That's women in Coach said, "Who is that?" Man, y'all wow, boy. I love it. 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 Rose is not a thug. I mean, I'm MJ. You wow. Rose is not a duck. You talking about Rose, not me. I don't know what MJ. Man, y'all kill me, man. Y'all kills me. Y'all kill me. Oh, man. Let's see. Boy, I'm telling you. Y'all a trip up in this comment section. This is fight talk. Definitely not mad. Facts are facts. Now, I hear you, coach. I hear you. Like I said, I'm not like 100% convinced that she ducked, but I'm not 100% convinced that she didn't duck either. So I'm like, it's like for me, it's like a 45-55 type thing, 45-55. I'm 45% convinced that she ducked, and I'm 55% convinced that she didn't duck. So I'm kind of on the fence with it. That didn't work, BJ. What didn't work, coach? What you talking about? What you talking about, man? But like I said, it definitely helped me seeing that Rose said it. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta say that I'm more convinced that she didn't duck than I am that she did duck. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm way more convinced that she didn't duck just because I heard it come from Rose Namajunas' mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Rose said it, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just Dana White up to his bullshit. But then there's always that thought in the back of my head, like, okay, well, what if, either way we put it, Dana said it. So what if he isn't blowing hot air? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he isn't blowing hot air? But, it's a dirty business. It's for MJ. It's crazy. In fact, I never said anything about her. About who? About no. I was saying that no. I was saying that she was talking about your girl. No. She was talking about your girl. She was talking about Rose. She was saying Rose was ducking. No. I wasn't trying to like start something. Yeah, Rose said she ready, man. Shoot, dude, that's really the fight I want. I really don't want to see her. I really don't. I'd rather see Rose and Carla fight for the belt, the rematch for the belt, instead of seeing Carla versus Wegley. I feel like that's a huge stumbling block for Carla as far as it, you know. Yeah, I don't want to see Zane versus. I want to see Rose versus Zane, and then Rose versus Carla. Because Carla got that win over Rose. Carla got that win over Rose. You know what I'm saying? I got mine, LOL. Team Bullet. Facts. I hear you, coach. Hey, coach, and you roll, man. You don't let nobody take you off that train. You don't let nobody take you off that. You sit comfortable in your seat. You earn that seat. You put in the time to get that seat. You hold on to that seat, bro. Don't let nobody try to don't let nobody try to steal your seat, man. Straight up. And that's how it is, man. You got too many wishy-washy people out here in the world nowadays, Everybody was riding high on Cowboy, and then Cowboy lost to Connor, and oh my God, Cowboy sucks. You had so many people. Tony Ferguson. Oh, Tony Ferguson. And I'm a Tony Ferguson fan. And I still say Tony Ferguson is dangerous. But I say Tony Ferguson, they put too many people in front of him in order to, and just let it, no matter what, you should have tried to book that title fight no matter what. Instead of book the title fight and it fall through and then you put somebody else in front of Tony. No, keep booking that title fight until it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I think the UFC kind of fought Tony out of a title shot. You know what I'm saying? They kind of fought him out of a title shot. So, Tony's older, man. Eventually he was going to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, TJ. I bet you'd be willing to lose $1,000 over Julian Robertson in Montana. Nah, I wouldn't go 1,000, but I would bet money on them. I always bet money on them. I bet with TJ, I bet with other people. Let's see, I'm still a JoJo junkie. Hey, Combo, and you be a JoJo junkie, bro. Carla versus Joanna would be good for a rematch. Yep, it sure would. I would love to see that. Boy, TJ, you wild. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to shut this live stream down. I just want to get on here and talk for a little bit. I went way longer than what I thought I was going to. Way longer than I planned to. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I got work in the morning. You guys smash that like button for your boy. I appreciate everybody that came into the comment section. Shout out to the LDWMMAC. Shout out to MJ, Combo Breaker, Marcus Bell, TJ347, Arpit Singh in the building. Let's see who else was in the comment section. Danielle H was in the comment section. Let me keep scrolling. Let me make sure I get everybody's name, because I appreciate you guys coming through. Genesis Green, of course. The lovely, the beautiful, the talented Genesis Green. And she will knock your head clean off your motherfucking shoulders if you come at her the wrong way. So I just gotta let everybody know, you come at Genesis Green the wrong way, and Genesis Green might fuck you up. So y'all make sure when you talking to or about Genesis Green, you use respect, because Genesis Green will fuck you up. And Genesis Green will teach somebody how to take an ass whooping. I love when Genesis Green say she know how to take an ass whooping. So, TJ, we betting on Dern Ansaroff. I got Dern. Are we betting on Dern Ansaroff? I got Dern. I'm going to end this stream, TJ, and you let me know if you want to get on that Dern Ansaroff money. Because that's the one. That's the fight. So let's go. This will be your boy B. Oh, he said, I'll take Nina. Y'all seen it here. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, guys. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. If you guys haven't